Good morning po. Let's start our activity for today with the prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Wisdom and support as we begin the session. Allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community. Help us to be integrity, justice, and discipline. Fill us with your grace, God, as we make decisions that might affect the officials, employees, and clients of DPWH. And continue to remind us that all we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth for your greater glory and for the service of humanity. We ask these. Amen.
Before we start po, let us acknowledge the presence of our back chairperson, Attorney George Aquiles or David. Our back vice chairperson, Attorney Cesna Joyce Montero.
Good morning po.
Morning. Our back members, Engineer John S. Season.
Good morning.
Morning po. And Engineer Alan Raul C. Ravis.
Good morning po.
From our back TWG, we have Miss Jamaica Mata.
Good morning po.
And our back TWG head, Engineer Ariel Amor.
Morning po.
Morning, sure. From the back secretariat, we have Engineer MEP Abelio, our head. Season. Engineer Joshua Macabulos, and yours truly po, Engineer Rox Taranza. From the prospective leaders, from SuperServe Corporation, we have Miss Sheila Kizel.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning po. And from Sinobest, we have Mr. JB Santos.
Good morning po.
Good morning po. And with that po, we have a quorum. With the instruction of our back chairperson, we will now start today's PB conference. Thank you po.
Good morning again for our private conference. For private conference for goods, we have contract ID number 25GO000009 or procurement of office supplies for use of DPWH NCR Planning and Design Division, ABC of 1,202,658 pesos with delivery period of 3 calendar days. Next, we have 25GO00010, a procurement of fuel filtration system, lubricants, and fuel tank trailer with filtration system for various dredging and support equipment. ABC of 5,144,640 pesos. Delivery period of 120 calendar days. Next, we have 25GO00011, or purchase of parts or materials for the preventive maintenance and repair of 1 unit boom truck with DPWH number H2-393 and 1 unit dump truck with DPWH number H3-6900 assigned at DPWH NCR of 2,170,090 pesos, delivery period of 120 calendar days. And last, we have 25GO 00012, or procurement of 2 units hybrid pickup and 1 unit pickup intended for supporting dredging works and other related flood projects of DPWH NCR. ABC of 8,500,000 pesos only, with delivery period of 120 calendar weeks. Legal and financial documents. Class A documents, legal documents, we have valid field of registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages. Note, all legal and updated. Registration from SEC, DTI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent document. Mayors or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas, and tax clearance per EO number 398, series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the BIR. Documents we there of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, whether similar of the bidders as LC per, except under conditions provided for in sections 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents. Original copy of the bid security, if in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of the notarized bid securing declaration. For conformity, the technical specification, which may include delivery, production schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales or parts if applicable, and originally signed OSS and if applicable, original notarized excerpt in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original SPA if all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of NFC documents, if applicable, a duly signed JVA, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For other documentary requirements under RA 9184, for foreign bidders claiming by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product, and certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. For financial component envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and price schedule, and bid form B or the financial proposal. For computation of total bid price, unit price times cost. Flash on your screen is the specifications for contract ID number GO 00009. For 25GO00010, for 25GO00011, and for 25GO00012. Reminder, deadline for submission of clarification is until August 15, 2025, 4:00 p.m. addressed to Back Chairperson Attorney Jorda KSR David. Deadline for submission of bids is August 26, 2025 at 9:00 a.m. Number of copies of bid proposal is 1 original copy and 2 copies or financial envelope of its bid and place of submission of bids is DPWH NCR back conference soon. Also, we have GPPB Resolution number 15-2021 relative to the lifting decision on the implementation of the mandatory submission of field of certificate of platinum registration and membership in competitive bidding and limited source bidding. All contractors are hereby required to submit their updated field of certificate of platinum registration and membership. Also, we have DO 28 series of 2024 or the 3-strike policy in the procurement of structured goods and consulting services contracts. This is to establish a fair firing system for managing offenses committed by bidders in the procurement of infrastructure goods and consulting services projects through public bidding. Attached are the memos for your reference. Thank you.
Also, may we acknowledge the presence of Mr. Paul Andre Alba from Nissan Commonwealth Team.
Ito.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes po.
Good morning po. Andre po from Nissan Commonwealth po.
Yes, sir. Good morning po. With that po, the floor is now open for any questions po from our respective leaders. Again, are there any questions po?
Hello po, good morning. Lady Santos po from China.
Yes po, sir. Proceed.
Ang regarding dito sa ano natin, kasi ang nakalagay na solicitation number is number 2500048. It's for the construction of multipurpose center. Parang hindi siya nasama doon. Tama ba?
Sir, sorry. Sa civil works po ata kay Sir Kasali, ano?
Yes.
Po. Sir, after po nitong goods, inuna na lang po namin yung goods. After po nun yung civil works.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes po, good morning po.
Good morning. Ma'am, tanong ko lang po dun sa suspension for sa lot 2 pick-up.
Yes po.
Po, kasi nakalagay po sa rear suspension is lip spring. Is it possible po ba, ma'am, ma-accept natin yung dual rate coil spring or manufacturer standard po?
Ano gagawin mo lang?
Wait lang po. Sir Alan po from EMD.
Sir, noted naman po yung question nyo. Kaya yung pong ATP natin yung professional question. Yun lang po ang suggestion ko kung okay po kay Chairman.
Sir Alan, sorry, medyo choppy po kayo. Hindi po naintindihan nata ni Chairman yung recommendation.
Yeah. Yung may approve tayong approve ATP na po tayo. Yun po yung susundin natin sa approve ATP. Or ipa-formalize na lang na para mas sagot natin po.
Sir Alba.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes po. Sir, based po from the answer of the end user, which is EMD or Engineer Alan Ravis, kung ano daw po yung nasa specs, yun po ang susundin kasi yun na rin po ang approve namin na specs.
Okay, ma'am. Sige po. Noted po, ma'am.
Apo.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. Are there any questions po ulit? Again, if there are no more questions, we will now proceed with our next activity.
Good morning again. For the pre-bid conference for civil works, we have contract ID for construction of multipurpose center HHSG 3A, Fort Andres Bonifacio, Taguig City, Phase 3. Location is Taguig City with an EBC of 48,249,697 pesos and 50 centavos with contract duration days. And we have 250-00104 or Council of National Labor Relations Commission NLRC Office Building, Senator Miriam P. Defensor, Santiago Avenue, Corner North Avenue, Quezon City. Location is Quezon City with an EBC of 144,749,955 pesos and centavos with contract duration of 240 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, Class A documents, legal documents, we have SEC, DTI, or CDA. Mayor's permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of the prospective bidder is located and tax clearance certificate is finally reviewed and approved by BIR. For technical documents, we have pickup or special pickup license in case of joint venture, records of completed contracts, both government and private, records of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including awarded but not yet started, and records of SLCs similar to the contract should be adjusted to current price using have a contract amount equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. A contract should be considered similar to the contract to be bid if it has the same major categories of work, and any of the following are the categories of work that can be considered. For the major category, for contract ID number 250-00048, buildings construction without piles, low-rise concrete, frame 1 to 5 stories, and for 250-00104, buildings construction without piles, high-rise concrete frame 6 and above stories. For a similar category, please refer to page 15 of 24 of DO number 117 series of 2017 or the revised guidelines for the determinations of major and similar categories of work. For the required pickup, medium A, license category B. For the financial documents, audited statements stamp received by the BIR is duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year with 2 years from the date of submission. Patterns for the BIR electronic filing and payment system and computation of NFCC of at least equal to using the prescribed formula. NFCC is equal to quantity current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus value of unfinished projects including awarded projects not yet started coincide Class B documents or for joint valid JVE. Each partner of the joint venture shall submit their respective field of certificates of registration in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR of RA 9184 and the submission of technical and financial eligibility document by any of the joint venture partners constitute compliance, provided that the partner responsible to submit the NFCC shall likely submit a statement of all its owing contracts and audited financial statements. For the submission and receipt of bids, content the technical proposal, we have field job certificate of registration and platinum blue or red membership, pickup license and registration or special pickup license if joint venture, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, statement of SLCC, NFCC computation, JVA if applicable, bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period, project requirements, organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' personnel, and list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment. Next, we have omnibus sworn statements and ISO 15 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department as per DO 110 series of 2024. For the bid security, bid validity period and bid security validity period, the date of submission and opening of bids, and the bidder shall submit a bid security declaration or any form of bid security enumerated. For cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, and for bank draft issued by a universal or commercial bank, the amount of bid security is not less than 2% of the ABC. And for surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, not less than 5% of the ABC. For the contents of second envelope or the financial proposal, that is 5%. Bid form must be in accordance with the form prescribed in Section 11 or the bidding forms of bidding documents. Bid prices in the BOQ. Detailed estimates accordance to the DO-197 series of 2016. The following items shall not be subjected to OCM and profit markup. We have mobilization and demobilization, provision of service vehicle, and permits and clearances. Also accordance to the DO-197 series of 2016, the following non-civil works items shall not be subjected to OCM markup. We have field or laboratory office and living quarters with rental basis, furnishing of furniture, lab equipment, survey equipment, and consumables, assistance to the engineers, photo traffic management, environmental compliance, and communication, cash flow by the quarter, and payment schedule. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission of an electronic bid are contained in the BDS ITB Clause 17. For bids to be submitted electronically or online, the procedure should be observed following DO 87-2020. Bids must be duly received by the Bank Secretariat at the address below for manual submission, or at the electronic or at age for electronic submission on or before August 26, 2025 at 9 o'clock p.m. will not be accepted. Bid evaluation, the financial price automatically disqualify and the total calculated bid price exceeds the ABC. The following factorization of fitness: no price in the required item non-complying, indicating a 0 or a dash free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include BOQ shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical correction prevails, total price versus actual sum of component items, actual versus unit cost in BOQ prevails, and if above ABC non-complying. For post-qualification, verification non-complying. For post-qualification, verification of legal requirements such as licenses, certificates, permits, and non-inclusion in blacklist. For technical requirements, we have and the specific shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and for future fits bid security per DO number 58 series of 2012. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts, negative slippage of at least 15%. Going government and private contracts, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one projects and in any one projects, or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after the receipt of notice of defects and deficiency. The contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of the notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract term and conditions at the time of inspection. And DO 127 series of 2018 or the strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. Next, we have authenticity of bid security. For the financial requirements, bid price proposal and NFCC. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 9 series of 2012 or the technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the project at the same time of the bidding, award and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder. If it is awarded the contrary bidding, and this certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-certification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder, location of the equipment where they can be inspected, and if any equipment is disqualified. Flash on your screen is the list of key personnel for contract ID number 250000048. And for 250000104. Note, please include the T number of all the pledged personnel. For project engineer, please refer to DO number 227 series of 2024 or the suspension on DO number 148 series of 2024. For the DPWH accredited materials engineer, it should be in accordance with the issued DO number of 2016 or the revised guidelines for the accreditation of contractors or consultants materials engineers. Also flash on your screen is the list of major construction equipment for contract ID number 250000048. And for 250000104. These may be owned, leased, or under purchase agreements supported by certification of availability of equipment from the lessor of the project. For the contract award, the contract should be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the bid and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in subcontracting. Subcontracting is allowed. However, subcontracting of any portion shall not relieve the bidder from any liability or obligation that may arise from the eligibility and post-disqualification of bidder, failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor, shorter bid validity and bid security validity period, overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form, late submission of bid, failure to submit supporting documents such as certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project if equipment pledge is to be leased or purchased, negative CPC ongoing projects, negative 15% or more or negative 10% in each of 2 or more projects, and unsatisfactory CPS rating. Common errors in the submission of bids, incomplete pages of bid documents, both technical and financial, and authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of a bidder. For single proprietor, signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, board secretary certificate and board resolution. For joint venture resolution or agreement. And for partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. Reminder, deadline for submission of clarification is until August 15, 2025 at 4:00 p.m. Addressed to Bank Attorney during the case or the bid. Deadline for submission of bids is August 26, 2025 at 9:00 a.m. Number of copies of bid proposal is 1 original copy and 2 copies of the first or technical and second or final of its bid. And place of submission of bids is DPWH and also we have GPPB resolution number 15-2021 relative to the lifting the suspension on the implementation of mandatory submission of field of certificate of patent administration and membership in competitive bidding and limited source bidding. All contractors are hereby required to submit their updated fit of certificate, registration, and membership. Next, we have memorandum dated March 6, 2023 of the Department Secretary regarding the reiteration of department policies or issuances on the sale of bidding and enrollment in the CWA prior bidding. Item 1 is Citizens Charter and a numbered memorandum dated December 2021. Only the following documents are required from the prospective bidders prior to the sale of bidding documents. We have company ID or any government issued ID, authorization letter if not authorized liaison officer in the CWA, and letter of intent for foreign funded projects. Next, we have DO 28 series of 2024 or the three-strike policy in the procurement of infrastructure, goods and consulting services contracts. This is to establish a fair and transparent system for managing offenses committed by bidders in the procurement of infrastructure, goods and consulting services projects through public bidding. Next, we have the 0110 series of 2024 or the implementation of ISO 9001, 2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. All contractors are hereby required to submit the said certification starting calendar year 2025. And last, we have the 0227 series of 2024 or the suspension of Department Order number 148 series of 2024. And this is to address the foreseen delay implementation of new infrastructure projects due to the unavailability of DPWH accredited project engineers. The 0148 series of 2024 is hereby suspended until further notice. However, this is not applicable to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Attach are the memos for your reference. Thank you.
Are there any questions po? If there are no more questions po, with this now adjourn today's PBID conference. Thank you po.